are standing behind them or to the side, so you are out of the official's way. We had a lot of issues this morning. You'll notice the cone set up. We'll stay to the far side of the cone, so the officials can walk back and forth and watch the race. Okay, that's very important. Make sure you hit the center of the touchpad to record the best time. Pick up your trash when you get invited back, okay? Volunteers, if you're in here, just make sure you stay for the entire session, okay? If you need to leave early for some reason, find one of us. All right? So in just a second, we're going to stand for the national anthem. Anybody that's doing the relays, come on down. All right? So at this time, everybody please stand, face the American flag, and remove your hats. Swimmer participating in event number 46, the mixed 12 and under 200-yard freestyle relay. Come on down, report to the block.
Well, a pleasant good afternoon and welcome to the Parkway Freeze invite here from the Walker Natatorium, Kirkwood High School, the home of the Pioneers. As we get set now for our fifth and final session of this weekend swim meet. This will be the 12 and unders. We'll start things off with a relay. So we'll have that for you in just a moment here. I want to thank Kevin Girth for bringing these sights and sounds to you here this afternoon as we get set for this final session. Remember now, there's a message board right there on the live stream, and we've got a couple of messages already coming in. Swim strong, Claire. That's from Tara Petrie. For Claire Petrie, she'll be swimming here in just a little while. We want to thank everybody who sent us along some information. We'll try and work that in on your swimmer as they get into their events. May not get it on their first try. Hopefully they got a couple of events, but nonetheless, we appreciate that. We know the kids always like to go back in here and find out if anything in specific was said about them. Nonetheless, been a great meet so far, and we should have a great afternoon as well. We get another shout out here from Cherise. She says, let's go Natalie, Nyla, Addie, Lily, and Sophie swim fast. So some good shout outs. We want to see those messages. Just keep it clean. That's all we ask. We don't really monitor the board, so we're moving between events sometimes, and I don't want to read something that I shouldn't. But David Green says, go Gabby. And Gabby, of course, Gabby Green, good swimmer here. We'll see her in just a little bit. We're getting ready to start things off. Now, this is going to be the 200-yard freestyle relay. All 8 lanes will be occupied, okay? Some of these teams will be mixed. Some of them will be not mixed, I don't think. I'm not really sure, though. Looks like we have ladies and gentlemen behind each of the blocks, so it looks like maybe all of these, and we've actually got a list of names here, so this is great. Ann Irwin is in lane 1. Claire Petrie scheduled to be in lane 2. Arana Hewitt in lane 3. Leah DeBosch is in 4. Casey Chapman is in lane 5, Esther Boardmeyer in 6, Charlotte Leary in 7, and Addison Howard is in lane 8. That's what we have on our list. Now, I hope that is still the case. Nonetheless, middle of the pool, lane number 4, moving very quickly. That's Leah DeBosch. Expect that. One of the top swimmers, 12 and under. Parkway for both the girls and the boys. Now, second swimmers for each one. Andrew Spencer in lane 1. Anderson Taki in lane number 2. It's Dryden Finley in lane 3. Elliott Sapp, along with Leela Herzl, Mitchell Stanley, Nick Lang is in 7, and Abram Shank is in lane number 8. Looks like we got a little bit of a difference. There'll be some mixing up from what we've got. We'll read off the rest of the players. Also in lane 1, it'll be Grayson Langdon and Gabby Green. Lane 2, Mason Mollering and Anayaya Sethi. In lane 3, Cole Strom and Margaret Mendoza. Caleb Oppel and Peyton Robick in lane number 4. And Riley Moran and Nathan Robbins in lane number 5. Seamus Smith, Lauren McCall in 6th. Adam Kress and Campbell McCool in lane number 7, and Noah Thomason, and Beth Nakatani in lane number 8. So those are the swimmers. We're not sure if they're going to stay in those orders or not, so our apologies early on. Again, in these relays, they go very fast, so we don't get a lot of opportunity to mention some of the little tidbits about these swimmers that people sent in. Of course, right now, middle of the pool, I do know that is Peyton Robick. She's in lane number 4. She is front running against lane number 5, and I believe that is Nathan Robbins, but Robick looking very strong. She fled off by Dabash and then finished by Peyton. Her grandparents gave a shout out earlier today. We want to say hello to them. Go Meg Grendler. We got that one. Also, Teresa B says, go Addie. So, lane number 1, or first place in lane number 4, then second place in 5, third place in 3, fourth place in 4, fifth place in 7, or fourth place in 6, fifth place in 7, sixth in lane number 2, 7th in lane 1, and 8th in lane number 8. So we're going to have a second heat here of this one. You got not all the swimmers, but a number of the swimmers labeled here. And here's how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to list each team. We've got swimmers in lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6. Lane number 1, Finley Mueller, Max Montgomery, Landon Trotvetter, and Abby Gold. Lane number 2, it's Lucy Fox, John Wenke, Luke Bauer, and Aviana Ganem. Lane number 5, they've got 3 swimmers listed. Not sure who the 4th is, but Teddy Jones, Andy Wan, and Emmy Rye. And then lane number 6, Audrey Barnes, Aiden Flavin, Samuel Marietta, and Morgan Victor. Right now, lane number 4 looking very strong. Team of Fox, Winky, Bauer, and Ganem. Parents, we know it's tough, especially for these youngsters. You don't get a chance to be inside the arena here, so we hope we bring you the sights and sounds as best we can. NAB gives a shout out to the amazing videographer and commentator. Well, I don't know about the amazing commentator, but the videographer and the overall technical producer is Kevin Girth. He does it all by himself. He handles all cameras, all the technology. He does all the setup all by himself. Gives up his time. Of course, we'll see his 2 children swimming here this afternoon, but he's given up his entire weekend to do this. And as we mentioned on one of our previous versions of these, one of our previous segments, we do accept payment in the form of Dr. Pepper. And somebody actually delivered some Dr. Pepper to us. So we want to thank that. Just fun and games for us nonetheless, but we enjoy doing it, watching our kids get an opportunity to swim. And we are just about finished here. Last swimmer into the pool now. These are fun events for these youngsters, and what we saw with the older kids earlier today in this mixed relay is they got the opportunity to come out and swim, and not a single one of those kids finished a relay without a smile on their face. Some of them swam different strokes because it's a freestyle. You can swim whatever you want. Give them a nice competitive warm-up. You know, when you're in that warm-up session for that 20, 30, 40 minutes prior to a meet, you're really trying to get your body rocked, but this gets you competitively ready to go. First one into the wall here will be lane number 4. Right now, leading the rest of the pack is lane 6, followed by 5, and then 3. Now, here's how this is going to work. We'll go into the 200-yard IM. Then from there, we'll have the 50 backstroke. We've got a lot of 50s today. 100 freestyle. Then we'll have the 50 breaststroke after that 100 free. Then we'll have that 100-yard butterfly. There will be 500s at the end of the day. However, I will not be here for that one, so my apologies, folks. Got some family commitments that I need to be sure I'm involved with this afternoon. And we'll miss the late session here. But I'll stick around for all the events prior to that one. All right, here we go. Be a little bit of a break. Sometimes these swimmers just swam in a relay. They want to give them a little opportunity. We'll have more chance to go through the swimmers in these longer events. And for these 11 and under, or these 12 and unders, because we do have some 9 and 10-year-olds, maybe even, and we'll have a couple 8-year-olds in this as well today. This next event is one of the more difficult that they will swim. That is the 200-yard individual medley relay. They'll have a number of swimmers who have not swam this event before, so they're looking to establish their first time, their best time. While we've got a break, we want to pass along a word from the club. You'll notice there in the top of your screen that we're able to see who is swimming, and you'll see the names of the competitors here on that scoreboard. The Parkway Club invested in some software that can plug directly into that scoreboard, that digital scoreboard, and allows us to get the names of the competitors up there. If you've been with us for previous meets, sometimes that's happened, sometimes it hasn't. That software that the club has invested in allows us to do that. It has worked great this weekend. I'm knocking on anything close to wood. I'll use my head, I guess, to knock on, but it has worked phenomenally this weekend. We hope that it continues throughout the weekend as well. So, of course, this Walker Natatorium, just a couple of years old, the home of the Kirkwood Pioneers and their coach, Matt Beasley. Of course, if you recognize that name, if you've been around the Parkway program for a while, his mother, she heads up the swim school. His sister and brother-in-law, their two daughters swim, the DeBosch young ladies. They are already starring here this evening. And, of course, Matt Beasley, he's got the reigning girls state champion in high school. He's the high school coach here at Kirkwood High School, and they'll be vying for another back-to-back state title here in a couple of weeks. Folks, if you want to have your kids come out and watch some high-quality competitive swimming right here at this Walker Natatorium Monday and Tuesday night, it'll be a conference. They'll call it a conference swim meet. It'll feature a lot of the local area best girls teams. Kirkwood, Parkway South, Eureka, Marquette, just to mention a couple of those teams. They'll be right here for Monday and Tuesday afternoon, evening. Check it out. Check your calendars out. Come on in and watch if you want to showcase to your kids some really, really elite young ladies. All right, we're set to go now. Here we go. Esther Borgmeyer will be in lane number 1. No swimmer in lane number 2. It's Greta Deist in lane number 3. It's Lane Curry in 4. She is from Metro East, as is Deist. Arana Hewitt in lane number 5. Libby Price is in lane 6. Lauren McCall in lane 7. And Claire Petrie in lane number 8. Metro East program. We just had their coach Bob Rettle up with us. Talked to him briefly. Great to see Bob all the time. Runs a great program over there at Edwardsville. Of course, they also are very nice. They let Parkway use their pool a lot of times, as we'll transition to the long course here in a couple of weeks' time. They can transform that pool into from 225-yard pools into 150-meter pool. And that allows the swimmers to get a quick tune-up. So, first one now, touching off the wall. We're going to go butterfly backstroke, breaststroke free. That's lane number 4. It's Lane Curry. She comes in with a 227.89. What are these youngsters competing for? Well, a lot of them want to get into the BB champs in a couple of weeks' time. They need a double B time on your time standards. Some of them are going to go for a triple A time. That gets them to the zones meet on into the late summer. That BB time is a 247.29. Claire already has that. She'd like to drop another 6 seconds if you can to get that double A or that triple A time. So right now, she, along with Arana Hewitt, Arana is in lane number 5. They are the only ones with the qualifiers for the meet a couple of weeks' time from now. Let's mention a couple of our swimmers here. We're thinking about a young lady like an Esther Borgmeyer. She's a 6th grader at Kirkwood's North Middle School. She loves to fly in the breaststroke. Enjoys ballet, theater, and playing the viola. Loves to teach younger kids how to swim. Libby Price, she's there in lane number 6. Of course, her mother, Ruth, the meet director. We want to thank Ruth. Couldn't put this on without her. We saw her older sister, Lucy, helping out with some of the warm-ups earlier. She's part of the Parkway swim program, junior in high school, also swimming for Parkway South. And her brother, twin brother, Henry. That's Libby's twin brother Henry, also a swimmer. Give a shout out to the dad Steve also. Well, right now looking really strong. Coming in under the flag. Not going to quite get that triple, but she's going to have a great time there. 2:25:28 for the 11-year-old. When they do those zones and those cutoffs, they're always in 2-year increments up until you're 14. Once you hit 15, it's all in. Second place in the heat goes to Dice with a 2:30. So she will get that double B time that she was looking for with a great drop. Libby also gets it. She's in 4th place, as does McCall, Lauren McCall. Both of them in a 2:43. They came in 3rd and 4th. 5th place in that heat goes to Petrie, and then rounding things out, it'll be Borgmeyer and Hewitt. So a couple of BB times, some qualifiers in there. Congratulations to those young ladies. Full house now, all 8 lanes occupied as Sophie Bain jumps in lane number 1. Shay Seck will jump in lane number 2 with Grace Hagar in lane number 3. It's Willa Shank in lane number 4. Madeline Tucker in lane number 5. Kylie Montgomery's in 6th. Natalie Grinter in 7th. And in lane number 8, it's Beth Nakatani, all Parkway swimmers. Beth is 10 years old. 11 years old are Montgomery and Hagar in this one, and then all the rest 12 years old. Right now, Willa Shank looking really strong. Got a nice note from her mother earlier today about all of her quality. She loves to practice. 4 years in a row, she has been the attendance award winner in her age group. She never misses. She plays the viola. And we want to give Willa the assist of the weekend because we had a little debate whether you pronounce it viola or viola. And she said, Mr. Judkins, it's viola. So there you go. A couple of shout outs we want to give. Natalie and Sophie from Therese. Of course, Mo Seck says go Shay, and go Natalie and Sophie from Annie. I want to say hi to Mo and Molly Scheck, longtime friends. And Mo, of course, big into the world football, soccer. He coaches soccer. A lot of the girls. He's got a couple of youngsters as well. His son Eli will be coming along in a few years. His young daughter Bryn as well. So hello to Mo. And I'm always happy to talk to Mo when my Liverpool Reds are just slightly ahead of his Chelsea Blues in the table in the English Premier League. So I got that. I got him by 1 point this week. Into the breaststroke we go now. With Willa still looking very strong. Grace Hagar, she's in lane number 3. Of course, her older brother Vincent swam this morning. Her other older brother Gavin used to coach with the Parkway program. He's now on the other side of the state in Kansas City. Want to give him a shout out if he's watching, and had a chance to talk to her mom Trish earlier. And Trish, part of the board, has been volunteering here all weekend. You see her on the other sideline. She's a swim coach as well. Tremendous family. They've given a lot to this program, have the Hagar family. Right now, though, Willa looking really strong in his breaststroke. Her mom also told me that young Willa is a math whiz, and she fits right in. She goes to school with my nephew, Max. I always like to mention Max. And he's a bit of a math whiz on his own, so I suspect maybe they're buddies. But right now, looking strong down in lane number 7. She's really pulling in Natalie Grinter, the 12-year-old. She has closed the gap right now. Is she going to have enough left to catch Willa? Again, they want that 2:47.29. Both of them are on pace to get it. No one in this heat previously had that BB cut. Can they get it? First one in, and it will be. Oh, Willa Shank will get first place. Did she get the double B? 2:49.44. Just missed it. Great swim for those young ladies. Second place goes to Grinter. Third place in that one to Montgomery. Fourth place goes to Bain. Fifth to Hagar. Sixth in that event goes to Nakatani, and then rounding it out, it'll be Tucker and Scheck. Nakatani, the 10-year-old, she was trying for a 3:15. She got it. She's got a double B now, so she will go to the champs in a couple of weeks' time. 9-year-old, a couple of 10-year-olds, and then some 11 and 12-year-olds here in this third heat. It's Lucia Wires in lane number 1. It's Addison Howard in lane number 2. Lucy Vavaza in lane 3 with Campbell McCool in 4. Heidi Habistro is in lane 5. Lane 6 has Alex Surrey, and Irwin is in lane 7, and Evie McDowell in lane number 8. Out early, lane number 4 and 5. Typically, the two fastest prelim times go in lanes number 4 and 5, and that's Campbell McCool and Heidi Habistro. And another shout out, go Addie. I'm going to give a shout out to Lucy Vavaza's father, Mike. You see him on the far side officiating. He's been here all weekend. Of course, her older brother, Jack, swimming this morning. He swims in the national group, one of the top breaststrokers and all-around swimmers in the state of Missouri. Swims for Marquette High School as well. So I want to say hello to him and give him a nice shout out. Christina Wires wants to give a shout out to Lulu. Lulu is Lucia Wires. She's a sixth grader, Parkway South Middle. She's third year on the Parkway team. She also swims for Cooldell in the summer. Loves the breaststroke, so we'll watch her here when they switch into that stroke. She likes to read, loves art, loves golf, soccer, and she's got a hamster named Snowball. Well, with these cold temperatures, nice to have a little pet named Snowball. First place now as we go into the breaststroke. Sometimes this can be the difference-making stroke. Lane number 4 once again. That is McCool. Haberstroh holding in second place with Vavaza in third place now. Fourth place goes to Surrey, and she's into the breaststroke, and she's really picking up the 9-year-old from the Metro East program. So strong one for her. And Irwin, her mom Kathy passed along, or Callie, excuse me, passed along a note, and her father Rick. She's 10 years old, 5th grade at Bristol Elementary. Favorite strokes are free and fly. She comes from a generation of swimmers. Her cousins Parker and Chloe Hageman are accomplished swimmer. Parker swimming at the University of Nebraska, Omaha. And her younger brother John, well, he likes to hoop. He's playing a little basketball these days. Into the freestyle right now as we go. McCool looking very strong, right in behind her, Haberstroh. Campbell McCool, 7th grade, Parkway South Middle. She loves the back and the free. She's got 2 dogs, Midnight and Bono, and loves the part of hanging out with her friends when it comes to swimming. She'll be the first one into the wall, 2:51. Her previous best time was a 3:11, so she shaved off 21 seconds, 2:50.93 to be exact. Second one into the wall, Haberstroh. Let's see what her split was going to be. She came in with a 3:15. She hits it at 3:00.23. Third place to Lucy Favaza. Lucy came in with a 3:16. She's going to come out in a 3:08, so another 8-second drop for her. Fourth place in that one goes to Surrey. Fifth place goes to Howard. Sixth in the heat to McDowell. Then Irwin, and Wires will line things out. Nice job. A lot of drops in that particular heat for all those young ladies, all the way down to Wires. She came in with a 3:39. She comes out with a 3:23. Kenny Langdon says, let's go Sloan. She's in lane number 8, and that's Sloan Langdon. We'll go the opposite way now. Lane 7 is Aviana Ganem. It's Olivia Thompson in lane number 6. It's Nyla Swaminathan in lane 5. It's Elise Brugus in lane 4. Noah Brooks is in 3. Allie Rudroff is in lane 2, and Libby Elmore in lane number 1. And we just did it opposite, but lane number 1's at the top of your screen with lane number 8 at the bottom. Let's talk about a couple of these young ladies. First, Allie Rudroff. Mom, she swam back for Parkway when she was in grade school, so it's in her blood. Second generation here. She's in 5th grade. Also swims at Cooldell for 5 years. It's her first year in the Parkway program. Loves volleyball and basketball as well. Libby Elmore, she's 10 years old in 4th grade at Westchester Elementary. Carrie Swan was a swimmer as well. First year swimming, first year with Parkway. She's in the blue group. Loves the back and freestyles. Older sister is an AGS, ex-hoops, softball, and now, young lady after my own heart, loves roller hockey. Played a lot of roller hockey growing up, back before rollerblades even. So, love to hear that. And then Avi Ganem, excuse me. She's in lane number 7. 4th grade at Kaiser Elementary. Loves the backstroke. She liked watching the water float across her fingertips, her mother said, and that made her really love that stroke. She does not like to sweat, so she stays away from the other sports, likes being in the pool. I love that. Girl Scouts, playing with her sisters and her friends, and her dog Esme. Her mom was a springboard diver. Older sisters play soccer for Kirkwood United. Little sister Eleanor is in level 6 in the Parkway Swim School. So very cool stuff. She also swims for Kirkwood Riptides in the summer. as we get ready to transition into the last stroke. That'll be the freestyle. First one off the wall, bottom of your screen in lane number 7. That is Avi Ganem. Her previous best time. Well, none of these swimmers have a previous best time. Outside chance. I don't know if she's going to get an outside chance of getting that triple. Actually, she's only 10 years old, so she could. I'm sorry, for getting that double B. She can definitely get that double B. She's only 10. Is Aviana Ganem. Also strong in lane number 4 is Elise Brugus. And there it is. First place goes to Aviana Ganem, and she will come in with a 2:55.89. Great time for her. That's going to move. I believe that may be an A time for her. 10 years old. She'll swim that in the champs. Second place goes to Brugus at a 2:57.12. Third place goes to Rudroff in lane number 3, and then fourth to Swami Nathan in lane number 4. Next one to touch, lane 5, will be Thomason. Olivia followed in there by Elmore Brooks, and Langdon round things out. All right, folks, turn the page here. We'll get ready for the young men. We'll have 3 heats of this 200-yard IM. All 8 lanes are occupied here. Dryden Finley's in lane number 1. Mason Mollering is in 2. Lane 3 has Bowden Rivas. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Casey Chapman is in lane 4. Lane 5 has Jackson Surrey. Caleb Oppel is in lane number 6. Seamus Smith in 7. And Nathan Robbins in lane number 8. Got some good shout-outs for Aviana here from Melissa and from Stephanie Byrne. We did Vicky Chapman, let's go Casey, swim fast. Katie Langdon said, let's go Sloan. I think we got that one earlier. And then Katie Langdon also says, 8-year-old, first time swimming that 2 IM. So nice job for young Sloan. Good job. She did quite well. And that's a toughie. Just to be able to complete that at an 8-year-old is very, very good. And I'll just kind of give you some anecdotes from my own experience. My son, high-level swimmer, national, is very good at the IM. At 8 years old, he was not good at the IM. He'd get DQ'd in the breaststroke, the backs, whatever. My daughter, on the other hand, who swam for Parkway for a couple of years, could complete the IM at 8 years old. In fact, she was one of the few kids who could do it without getting disqualified. In some meets, it did do 8 and under. So she would be the only one in the pool swimming that event. And she was able to do it with a lot of poise. So big stuff there. Middle of the pool now, Surrey and Chapman. Top time coming in was a 2:28.07 from Casey Chapman. He's a 12-year-old. He already has that double B cut for the champs meet in a couple of weeks. Jackson Surrey also has the cut. The cut is a 2:43.99. I'll give a shout out to Mason Mollering, his mom Molly, and of course his dad Matt. Matt is now the new marshal. We'll see him around. Principal in the special school district. His mother's a teacher as well. He's looking very good in lane number 3. First one into the wall now off of this breaststroke as they go into that freestyle. It was Chapman just out touching Surrey by 0.2 of a second. But Chapman now starting to push the envelope here as they go into the freestyle. Looking strong down in lane number 7 also is Seamus Smith. All these swimmers 11 and 12 years old. Again, they want that 2:43.99. Rivas, Chapman, Surrey already have it. Mollering has an outside opportunity, so does Rivas. Mollering's in 2, Rivas is in 3. 2:26 definitely got it for Chapman and Surrey. They already had it. Third place in that heat with a 2:36 is Smith, so he'll get it under there. Also will Mollering and Rivas. Way to go, gentlemen. 6th place at a 2:42.65. Also with it is Finley, and then rounding things out with was Opal. Didn't get a chance to talk a little bit about him. He was close to it. I think he actually got it. And then Robbins in lane number 8. I think Smith got it. You have to check that, Mom and Dad, on your time standards.
Event number 49, heat 3.
All right, heat number 2, it's Noah Thomason in lane 1. It's Miles Jaworski's in lane 2. 12-year-old Andrew Bain in lane 3 with Anderson Taki in lane number 4. It's Grayson Langdon in 5. Cameron Wellick is in 6. Abram Shank and Teddy Jones round things out in lanes number 7 and 8. Young man Noah Thompson, 4th grader at Hannah Woods, plays soccer for Scott Gallagher. Dad was a musician. Mom competed in triathlons and a few marathons. His great uncle, now here's one for you. All your parents out there will get a kick out of this one. His great uncle is none other than Earl Weaver. Yes, Earl Weaver, Hall of Fame baseball player, grew up on the north side, played Major League Baseball, and then went on to coach the Baltimore Orioles to a couple of World Series titles. So, Hall of Famer in 1996. Pretty cool deal there. Taki is in lane number 4 right now. He's taken out to the lead. Anderson goes to Parkway West Middle. He's working on being an Eagle Scout. Plays the clarinet, loves the fly in the back. Those are the first 2 strokes in this one. He's maintaining it right now in that breaststroke. Sometimes you don't see youngsters that can carry it all the way through. But he is doing a nice job of it. Say hello to Chetty Jones. His mom, Jackie, wrote in. She played rugby at Murray State. His dad, Bart, he swam at Illinois Wesleyan. 5th grader. They live over in Columbia, Illinois. Go to Columbia Middle. Football, loves the saxophone, video games, and drawing. The fly and the free are his favorites. Loves the kickboarding part of swimming, and I brought this up the other night when we had him in the distance on Friday night, but he loves going to Jersey Mike's after practice. So pretty cool thing for him. Into the freestyle now, last length for these 3 in the middle of the pool. Lane number 4, it's Taki. Lane number 5 is Langdon. Bain is in lane number 3. It'll be pretty close. I don't think they're going to get underneath the wire there for that cut. But Langdon can go up to a 3:13 and get it. And Langdon will get it. He will get the cut for the double beat time. Taki just misses it with a 2:47.47. Andrew Bain comes in 3rd place, 2:51. Good drop for all of those young men. Great times. Congratulations. 4th place in that one goes to Abram Shank. We need to get to talk about Abram. We'll do that on his next time around. But he does qualify for the BB Champs with a 3:02 at 10 years old. 5th place in the heat goes to Thomason. He also qualifies. 6th place in the heat to Wellick. Good to see Cameron out there again. Jaworski comes in 7th, and then Teddy Jones rounds things out with a 3:24. Now, a number of the swimmers here in this final event, so you could see some fast times, depends, but it'll be Grant Liu in lane number 1, Tyson Brooks in lane 2, Tommy Spall in lane number 3, with Luke Bauer in 4, Colin Mozzie in lane number 5, it's Sutton Ackerman in lane 6, Khrushchev Shrikinta, I think is how I pronounce it, Landon Trotvetter in lane number 8. We just got to go Grayson in lane number 5. That was in the previous one. That was for Langdon. So a shout out there from Katie. Middle of the pool, lane number 4, that's Bauer. Lane number 5, that's Mozzie. Both of them in a 10 and 11-year-old respectively. They want to try and get that 3:13. Neither one of them have gotten that yet, but right now they're looking very strong through that butterfly. Now they're going to the backstroke for these youngsters. After this event, we'll go to the 50 backstroke. Now, when we get into those 50s, folks, we're not going to have a lot of time to talk about all of the swimmers just because the events go so fast. The longer your event, if you send in information, the more I can talk about your child. Into the breaststroke now for those front runners. Sean Thomason saying, great job, Noah. He swam very well. I would agree. In that previous heat, he's 10 years old. Now this breaststroke can be the difference maker. You're seeing it right now with Grant Liu up at the top of your screen. He's from the Mets program, and he is obviously a breaststroker because he has taken the lead over Bauer and Mozzie. And he's done it primarily on the back of this particular stroke. He'll touch the wall and go back the other way. Again, looking for that 3:13.19. He's got a golden opportunity. He's got almost a full minute to go get it. I think those top three youngsters are all going to get it underneath it. The 9, 10, and 11, or 9 and 10-year-olds. Colin Mozzie, he wanted that 2:43. He's not going to quite get there, but he'll have a golden opportunity to beat his previous best time of a 3:22. In fact, I think he's going to shatter that. We'll see. 3:13.19, that's what we're looking for here, and it looks like Liu will definitely get it. Bauer's still got a great opportunity. He's got half of the pool left, and he's got 15 seconds to go get it. Mozzie, he wants to go under his 3:22. He's got 20 seconds to do it. He's got half the pool. He should be able to do it. It will be Grant Liu with a 2:59.20. Second place goes to Luke Bauer with a 3:05.89. Congratulations to those two young men. They've qualified. Colin Mozzie comes in. He drops 8 seconds off his previous best time. Nice job to him. Brooks in lane number 2 in 4th place with a 3:22. So he's establishing a new best time. Next one in will be Tommy Spall in lane number 3. He'll go under 3:40 at a 3:38.56, and then rounding things out, Krushoff in lane number 7 and Trotvetter in lane number 8. Nice job to those young men. So we are through 2 events. We'll turn the page now, and 50-yard backstroke now. Again, I know a lot of you sent in information on your grandchildren, your children, your brother, your sister, whoever it might be, niece, nephew. I'll try and get as much of that in as I can, but these will go fast. So all these are going to be under a minute for the most part. So I want to make sure we get the players in there and get some times. Claire Petrie's in lane 1. Gabby Green is in 2. Peyton Robick's in 3. Lane Curry is in 4. Leah DeBosch is in 5. Greta Deist is in 6. Riley Moran is in 7. Campbell McCool's in 8th. I want to give a shout out to Peyton Robick because she just got something across the text line. Grandma and Grandpa saying how proud of her they are. And right now, Peyton's in lane 3. Lane number 4, though, Lane Curry, the 11-year-old from Metz, looking very strong, as is Leah DeBosch. They're going to come in 1-2 with a 29.62 and then a 30.29. Great times for them. They both drop time. Followed by Robick and then Deist. Moran, fairly good in her own right, with Green, then McCool and Petrie. Congratulations to those young ladies. Heat number 2. All lanes occupied. It's Kylie Montgomery in lane number 1. It's Quinn Porter in 2. Lauren McCall in lane number 3. Esther Borgmeyer in 4. Anayaya Sethi in 5. Leela Herzl in 6. Audrey Brazel in lane number 7. And Libby Price in lane number 8. Got a Let's Go Quinn and a Let's Go Gabby. Top time coming to this one, a 35.75. That is Esther Borgmeyer. They won a 35.39. If you're an 11 and 12-year-olds, and as all these youngsters are, that is your double B cut. Right now, bottom of your screen looking extremely strong. Leela Herzl, she's definitely going to get under that. Let's see what she touches in, probably about a 32. 33.62 for Leela. Second place at the 35.86 from McCall. Excuse me. In lane 3, and then we'll round it out. It will be Brazel, followed by Sethi, then Borgmeyer, Montgomery, Price, and Porter. So one swimmer qualified there in that event. Heat number 3, it's Zoe Scroggins in 1, Sophie Bain in lane 2. Lane 3's got Ellie Rudroff, and lane 4 has Beth Nakatani. Madeline Tucker's in 5. Nyla Swaminathan is in lane 6. Lucy Favaz is in 7th, and Heidi Haberstraw rounds things out in lane number 8. Previous best time in this heat, Nakatani 38.01. They want to go 35.39 for the 11 and 12-year-olds, 41.89 for the 10-year-olds and unders. Lane 3 right now, Rudroff. She looks very strong. She's going to cruise in. She's going to get that 35.39 just off of it. 36.03. Second place goes to Haberstraw, then Vavasa, excuse me. Nakatani rounding things out. It'll be Bain, Tucker, Haberstraw, and then Scroggins. Nakatani with that 38. She comes in. She already had it. So she maintains, and she gets another qualifier. Next heat now, Shannon Higgins will be in lane number 1. It's Erica Shin in lane 2. It's Phoebe Ankenbrandt in lane number 3. It's Caroline Sevich in lane number 4. Ann Irwin in 5. Kenna Seifert is in lane 6. Addison Howard in lane 7. And Lucy Fox in lane 8. I know I haven't had a chance to mention Kenna Seifert yet. She's 10 years old, swims in the blue group. Goes to Clark Elementary in Webster Groves. She joined just this last December, 4 years at a previous program. She loves to fly in the IM. I want to thank her parents for they just sent that in, so I know I hadn't had a chance to mention her yet. Shannon Higgins as well, haven't had a chance to mention her yet. 6th grader at West Middle, youngest of 5 kids, older brothers were swimmers. None were were not swimmers. She's her first competitive swimmer. Her older brother played 4 years at Maryville in soccer. First one into the wall here will be Sevich with a 38.52. Sevich comes in second place in that heat, goes to Higgins at the top of your screen. Shannon with a 39.43. Third place in the heat goes to Irwin. See it there on the screen, followed by Ankenbrandt, Siffert, Shin, Howard, and Fox. Great job, Leela, on the shout-out line. Here we go, next heat, all in. Charlotte Regent in lane number 1. It's Emma Stremlau in lane number 2. It's Vivian Borgmeyer in lane number 3. We had her sister Esther here just a moment ago. Sophie Largent's in 4. Evie McDowell's in 5. Aline Gia's in 6. Audrey Barnes in 7. And Libby Elmore in 8. I want to give a shout out to Vivian Borgmeyer. She's in 4th grade at Westchester Middle. Enjoys basketball, baking, and robotics. Her favorite stroke is the breaststroke. And she loves to swim because her friends are in the program. Middle of the pool now. Actually, you're going to look at lane number 6. It's Aline Gia, the 11-year-old. She came over with a 44.16. She should go under that. First one, touching the wall. It will be Gia with a 41.69, followed by McDowell. Third place in that heat goes to Elmore, then Barnes. 5th place to Regent. Rounding it out, it's Largent, Borgmeyer, and Stremlau. Next heat, lane 1, Barrett Porter. Hannah Moon is in lane 2. Meryl Rival in lane number 3. It's Alicia Yin in 4. Abby Gold in 5. Samantha Winters is in 6. Emmy Rye in 7. And Vivian Brazel in lane number 8. Just got a shout out as well for Gia. Aline Gia, that was a shout out, go Aline. And now Swim Fast Barrett from Amber Mitchell 07.
10 to the bullpen. Then number 49, 10 to the bullpen.
Top time coming into this one, 45.36. That's Alicia Yin. She's in lane 4. Meryl Rival looking very good though. 12-year-old in lane 3. She's going to shatter her previous best time. She's going to come in with a 40.71. Her previous best was a 45.78, so a 5-second drop for her. That's tremendous. Moon in second place. Third in that heat goes to Brazel. Fourth place in that heat to Gold. Fifth to Yin. 6 goes to Winters, and rounding it out,
make sure we
Porter
are absolutely
and
quiet at the start of each race and heat, okay? So please keep it down until it starts.
All right, here we go with the next heat. This is heat number 7. Gracie Green in lane number 1. It's Emma DeBosch in lane number 2. Stella Warman in lane number 3 with Delaney Johnson in 4. Kaylin Smithers is in 5. Jules Deering is in 6. Lulu Wires is in 7. And Alana Keski is in lane number 8. Emma DeBosch, the younger sister of Leah, who swam earlier competed very hard. Of course, two of the top young lady swimmers.
To the bullpen, to the bleachers and the bullpen.
Emma just 8 years old. Gracie Green also in there, just 7 years old. Gracie, mentioned her earlier, Green Trails, 100 free, loves gymnastics and math. Want to say hi to her parents, David and Selena. Lane number 3 right now, it's Stella Warman from Metz. She's a 10-year-old. Again, they want to go under that 41.89. That is there for the 9 and 10s and the 8 and unders. I think we might have a couple of swimmers that get that here. Well, maybe not. First one into the wall, she slowed down a little bit. First one into the wall will be Warman, 44.10. Second place in that heat goes to Wires. Third place to Deering. Fourth place goes to Johnson. And then rounding it out will be Keski. DeBosch touched in there. I think they've got her mislabeled. It must have been a soft touch. Smithers and Green. Soft touch means you didn't get on that touchpad hard enough, and so they're going to register your time. That's why you have the timers down there to make sure they get it as well. Sloan Langdon is in lane number 1. Morgan Victor is in lane 2. Lane 3, you have Olivia Thompson, and in lane 4 has Alexis Sikorsky. Hildy Deist is in lane 5. Madeline Smiley in 6th. Amelia Reese in lane number 7. And Lily Nepple is in lane 8. David Green just gave us a shout out to Go Gracie. She swam in that previous heat. First one off the wall, lane number 2, that's Morgan Victor. Morgan, the 10-year-old, came in with a 49.50. Looks like she's going to drop several seconds off her previous best time. She's going to come in at a 43.86, 85, excuse me. Second place goes to Sikorsky. Third place to Reese. Fourth to Heppel. Rounding things out, it's Deist, Thompson, Smiley, and Langdon. Sydney Rakers is in lane number 1. It's Meg Grendler in lane number 2. Riley Ayers in lane number 3. It's Alexis Summers in 4. Raja Gola in lane number 5. Ava Moore is in lane 6. Olive Sigmund in 7. And Finley Mueller in lane number 8.
Number 49, 13 to the bullpen. Number 49, 13 to the bullpen.
Olive Sigmund, she is a 4th grader, St. Peter's in Kirkwood, loves the butterfly. She's also been a dancer for 7 years, so I'm going to give a shout out to her parents. Riley Ayers, her mother Sarah wrote in, goes to Westchester, loves the friends in the competition. We've got another one that plays roller hockey. Love that. Front running right now, lanes number 1 and 4. That is Rakers and Summers. First one into the wall, it will be Rakers with a 43.24. Followed by Summers, then Gola, Ayers, Sigmund, Grendler. We didn't have anybody in lane number 6 that time, so and then Mueller. All right, heat 10 of 13. All 8 lanes are occupied. It's Elizabeth Warman in lane number 1. It's Eloise Murphy in 2. Violet Schaefer in lane 3. Charlotte Girth in lane 4. Sophia Holdner in lane 5. Brooklyn Payne in lane 6. Claire Becker in lane 7. And Sarah Morgan in lane number 8. Of course, in lane number 4, you have Charlotte Girth. 8 years old, folks. Her father, Kevin Girth, brings you all these sights and sounds. Without him, this would not happen. And he does a tremendous job. And he said right now, his daughter just loves being here, just loves getting in the water. She loves the activity, everything about it. So you're kind of looking over her shoulder, trying to make sure she gets into the wall nicely. She came in with a 53.57. That's a really, really smoking fast time for somebody that's 8 years old in this event. Bottom of your screen right now, front running here in this particular heat. It's Morgan and Becker. They're in lanes number 8 and 7. Then you go up to lane number 3, Schaefer and Murphy. First one into the wall will be lane 3. Nope, actually going to be lane, Becker in lane 7, followed by Schaefer in 3. Then it's Murphy. Then it's Holmer. And rounding it out, it's going to be Payne, Morgan, Warman, and Girth. 11 now. June Doherty Peace is in lane 1, and in fact, she is not there. So the next 7 lanes will be occupied. Slim Snyder's in lane 1. Riley Kress is in 2. Peyton Klump is in lane 3. Charlotte Singer's in 4. Hannah Driscoll's in 6. Alex Stefani is in lane number 8, and Jane Cho is in lane. Stefani's in 7. Cho is in 8. Charlotte Singer, 3rd grader, Robinson Elementary, first year with Parkway. Her uncle was a state champ swimmer. Her aunt was a Special Olympics state champion. She loves to backstroke, loves to paint, and play video games. Who doesn't love video games in this day and age? That's for sure. Riley Kress right now front running ahead of everyone else. The 10-year-old came in with a 56.51. She's going to shatter that, folks. Take maybe 10 seconds off of that, and she will take 10 seconds off of it. Didn't touch strong enough, but very good time for her. A lot of the young ladies had that soft touch. Singer came in, Klump came in as well, Stefani. As Cho rounds things out in the bottom of your screen. Heat 12 now. Elise Bruges in lane number 1. It's Amelia Mihai in lane number 2, or Mihai. Audrey Molchik in lane number 3. Charlotte McCart, in 4. Anna Warman in 5. Carter Franks is in 6. Evelyn Morley Drahran in lane number 7. And Emma Joe in lane number 8. Fastest previous time is a 1 minute 1:01.78. Charlotte McCart, first year. Goes to Westchester. She loves the fly, plays the violin, and also competes in gymnastics. Evelyn also, she's in the 12U group. First year swimming for, she's swimming for Parkway now. And coming in first in the heat, Bruges in lane number 1, followed by Morley Draharan in lane number 2. Then it's Job in lane 7. She's 2nd. Lane 8 is 3rd. Mihai in lane number 4. And then rounding, or lane number 2 is 4th. No, I'm going to trip over my words all afternoon. McCart is 5th in lane 4. And then rounding it out, it's Franks, Warman, and Molchik. Last time around, no time for any of these young ladies. It's Katie Bohan in lane number 2. Audrey Cutler is not here in lane 3, it looks like. Lane 4 has Bianca Mihai. Lucy Yonkers in lane 5. And no one in 6, 7, and 8.
Then number 50, heat 4 to the bullpen. Number 50.
None of these competitors have a previously established time yet. We're going to go from this one to the boys 50 bat. I have 7 heats of that. First one off the wall is Lucy. Yonker turns and comes back the other way. Yonker and Bohan, 10 and 9 years old respectively. Mihai, 11 years old. $50.29 for Lucy. 58.18. Nice to get under a minute for those first 2 young ladies. And Katie will come in at 104.67. All right, here come the boys. Now we'll go fastest to slowest. These will go quick, these first several heats. Adam Kress is in lane at number 1. It's Andrew Bain in 2. Anderson Taki in lane number 3. It's Elliot Sapp in 4. Casey Chapman's in 5. Seamus Smith is in 6. Grant Lewis in 7. And Mitchell Stanley is in lane number 8. Talking about Elliot Sapp, 6th grader, Parkway South Middle. Loves the breaststroke and the IMs. Plays flag football. Little brother Ben's in the red group with Coach Matt. Grandfather was a swimmer for Rutgers University in the butterfly. And they also want to celebrate Jim and Lynn Sapp's 50th wedding anniversary. So a shout out across that. Right now, middle of the pool, It is Elliott Sapp looking really strong. Right next to him is Casey Chapman. Previous best time is a 33:12. Will he get it? 32:52. Great time for him. He already had that double B cut. He gets that even better. So 33:67 from Chapman. Sapp wins that one. Third place in that heat goes to Bain, who also came in with that double B time at a 34:95. He gets it by .04. And then rounding it out, fourth place in the heat goes to Stanley, fifth place in the heat to Taki, sixth to Kress, and then seventh to Smith and Lou.
Event number 50, heat 6.
Luke Bauer in lane number 1, Noah Girths in 2, Cole Dozier's in lane 3, Noah Aldridge is in 4, Nick Lang in 5. Lane 6 has Colin Mozzie, Dylan Powers, and Zachary Tixon in lane number 7 and 8, respectively. Traditional V now, if you see the formation, lane number 4 typically has the fastest prelim time right now. That's Aldridge, and he is right out ahead of everyone else. Comes in with 37.96, comes in at 35.89. Nice job for him. Second place to Lang, third place to Girth, fourth place in the heat to Bauer. Dozier finished in there as well, soft touch. And then it's Mozzie, Powers, and Tixon rounding things out. Yujon Kim in lane number 1. It's Abram Shank in lane number 2. Eli Aldridge is in 3. Henry Price is in 4. Max Becker is in 5. Tyson Brooks is in 6. George Keski is in 7th. And Samuel Marietta in lane number 8. Got to go Dylan. Love your little bro Drew. That's from Andrea. That was from the previous heat for Powers. Talking about Abram Shank, 4th grade. Edgar Road. Loves the Pittsburgh Steelers. Stayed up last night late to watch the WWE Royal Rumble. So love that. And here's my favorite note of the weekend. And Brett Shank, take this one to heart. He said his heroes his pops. So you've got a young boy out there that looks up to his father. His father, of course, gives up a lot of his time. You see him over there by the scores table, as he is one of the head officials. First one into the wall is Max Becker with a 39.87. Second place goes to Keski. Third place in that one to Brooks. Fourth place in that heat to Price. Fifth place to Shank. 6th to Aldridge, and rounding it out is Marietta and Kim. So what a touching moment there. Aaron sent that in for Abram Shank. Andrew Spencer's in lane 1. Max Montgomery's in 2. Thomas Van Alsten is in lane number 3. Ian Cho is in 4. Campbell Huffgen in lane number 5. Nate Herman is in lane 6, and Cole Dudding in lane number 8. We got a shout out from Holly Hefkin. So let's go, Campbell. You got this. He is in lane number 11. Loves the breaststroke. 6th grader at Hickson Middle. Drummer at the School of Rock, and the Hickson Band runs track, Boy Scouts. Also swims for the Webster Waves. 8-year-old brother is in that pre-prep program. Lane number 1 looking really strong. Top of your screen, that's Andrew Spencer. Spencer's going to touch first. 42.29 for the 10 U's is their BB cut, and he comes in well under that. Nice improvement for Andrews. He comes in at a 40.76. Then it's Herman, Hefgen, Van Alsten, Cho, Montgomery, and Budding. William Kulala is in lane number 1. It's Landon Troutvetter in lane number 2. Ryan Shalom in lane number 3. It's Freddie Shear the 3rd in lane number 4. Sam Becker the 5th. Colin Jackson the 6th. Luka Dokovic in lane 7. And lane 8 has Aiden Flavin. Colin Jackson coming out early here, the 12-year-old in lane 6. Or excuse me, that's actually Sam Becker in lane number 5. Followed in behind by Jackson and Shalom. In fact, young Ryan in lane 3, he's trying to catch up. Don't know if there's enough pool left for him, but he's coming on strong. Under the flags they go now, and it will be Becker, first one into the wall. Sam came in with a 47.86. He goes out with a 40.52. Way to go. Great time for Mr. Becker. Second place in that heat goes to Ryan Shalom. Jackson 3rd. Shear the 3rd goes 4th. Trot Better goes 5th. 6th place to that one, Flagon, Klulela, and Borkovic. Zachary Kuznetsov in lane number 1. It's Garrett Gent in lane number 2. It's Tamir Sheikh in lane number 3 with Ken Hadfield in 4 and Peter Spall in 5. Henry Doherty Peace in lane number 7 and Drew Novak in lane number 8. Nice to see Drew out here again. We saw him in the swim the other night. Let's go Campbell, you got this. We got that a minute ago. And then let's go Garrett. That's from Peter. So Garrett is in this particular heat. He's in lane 2. First one to the wall, lane number 4. That's Hadfield. I'll give a shout out to Drew's parents, Chris and Karen, the Novaks. Of course, his older brother Grant swam for a long time for the Parkway program. Getting ready to graduate from Priory and go on to the college ranks. I want to say hi to Grant. Hopefully he's listening as well. First one in at a 46.72 is Hadfield. He drops almost 8 seconds off his previous best. Then it's Spall, followed by Sheikh, Gent, Doherty Peace, Novak, and rounding things out, I'll be Kuznetsov. But Drew dropped tremendous time off of his. He had a soft touch, but he came in at a 106. He was right around a minute. Final heat now. From here we go to the 100-yard freestyle. That 100-yard freestyle is going to be not that much longer than this because, of course, freestyle is faster than the backstroke. Seth Werndl is in lane number 2. Lane number 3 is vacated, as is lane number 1. Lane 4 has Cole Herzl with Khrushchev Sharinta in lane 5. Ryan Gorns in lane 6. Henry Brugis in lane number 7. Had a chance to visit with Ryan Gorns' father a little bit earlier today. Good to see Don and his mother Teresa as well. Older brother Ben swam for the Parkway program for a number of years before he entered the high school ranks. All the young men are avid golfers. Their father's a golf instructor. And, of course, longtime friends of the Judkins family, too. Nice to see Ryan out here competing. And right now, he's second in this heat. No previously established time for him. Herzl with the only previous time. Herzl, with a 135 flat. First one in here is Khrushchev. He finishes up with a 49.89. That's just off that double B time. Ryan Gorn with a 50.43. Both great established first time out for them. Werndl, 101 for him. Brugis also finished already. He did not touch strong enough, and then Herzl will round things out. Again, he's going to beat his previous best time, though. He does by 12 seconds. Charlotte Leary, she'll be in lane 1. This is she's not there. No one up on top of the block. Okay. So starting in lane 2 to be Claire Petrie with Anaya Sethi in lane 3. Lane Curry is in 4. Margaret Mendoza is in lane number 5. Campbell McCool's in 6. Quinn Porter is in 7. And Natalie Grinther is in lane 8. Four lengths of the pool here. Quinn Porter, she's 12 years old, 6th grade at Hickson Middle. Loves the breaststroke. She plays the viola, loves reading, and her dog, Della. Lane number 4 looking really strong right now. Lane Curry, we saw how fast she was earlier. She's continuing that. And this one also in lane 5, Margaret Mendoza. She can be fast. BB time in this one is a 108.29. And you know that Curry is actually trying to shoot for that AAA time, 57.79. She's going to get it. She is just going to miss it, I think. 58.36. She just misses a great swim by Curry. She had .04 to go to get that AAA. She just misses it. Second place goes to Margaret. Third place to Sethi. Fourth place in that one to McCool. Fifth place to Porter. Sixth place to Petrie. And then Grinther rounds it out. A great swim there. Just missing it. Lane Curry. Aviana Ganem in lane number 1. Lillian Palish in lane number 2. Palish. Kylie Montgomery. Audrey Brazel. Nyla Swaminathan, they're in 3, 4, and 5, and Willa Shanks in 6 with Grace Hager in 7, and Irwin in lane number 8. Middle of the pool. It's lane 5, Nyla. Nyla came in with a 1:12.23, shooting. The 6 swimmers in the middle of the pool are shooting for that 1:08.29. The 2 on the outside for a 1:19.99. The 2 on the outside already have the cut. No one in the middle of the pool has it yet. Stephanie Burns says, go, Avi, go. And a great job for Cole. Well, they're going to have to hurry if they want to get that 1:08 outside chance, but you're going to have to kick it into gear. Let's see if there's some afterburners left. We're going to have some nice drops, but no one's going to quite get that cut. Montgomery with a 1:11 just off of it. Then Swaminathan and Brazel, followed by Shank, Hager, Palish, Irwin, and Ganem. Irwin and Ganem at the 10 and unders already had the cut. Evie McDowell's in lane number 1. Kenna Seifert is in lane 2. It's Caroline Sivich in lane number 3. Lucy Vavaza's in 4. Shea Sexton 5. Elise Bruges is in lane 6. It's Allie Rudroff in lane number 7. And Alexis Summers in lane 8. Right now, lane number 3 looks to be the front runner. That is Sivich, and she will turn at the halfway point, 34.58. Nice split for her. Seifert, the only 10-year-old here. All the rest, 11 and 12. Seifert's in lane number 2. Lane number 8 looking really good right now as well. Alexis Summers. Shea Seck holding in there in lane 5 also, and lane 7. That's Rudroff. See age group coach there, Kean Quigley, shouting out those instructions at the bottom of your screen, encouraging his swimmer. First one in, and it's going to be Sivich. 1:13 for her. She drops 3 seconds. Second place goes to Rudroff, then Summers, followed by Seck. Rounding it out, it'll be Favaza, Bruges, McDowell, and Seifert. Here's a go Erica. That'll be for Erica Shin. She's in lane 5. Sophie Largent's in lane number 1. Stella Warman is in 2. Noah Brooks is in 3. Emma Stremlau in lane 4 with Erica Shin. We mentioned her a moment ago. Phoebe Ankenbrandt in lane 6. Shannon Higgins is in 7. And Alicia Yin is in lane number 8. Halfway point, Stremlau in lane 4. And you see that traditional V there in the screen. 4 and 5 typically the fastest in lane 3 and lane 6. Right now it's Stremlau. She's trying to hold off Brooks and Shin. Ankenbrandt in lane number 6. She's a 9-year-old, 10-year-old for Warman in lane 2. All the rest 11 and 12. First one in will be Stremlau. She'll come in with a 1:18.95. Little drop for her. Second place in that heat goes to Brooks, and then rounding it out will be Higgins, Shin, Yin, Ankenbrandt, Largent and Mormon. Next heat now, Vivian Brazel in lane number 1. It's Alexis Sikorsky in lane 2. Jules Deering in 3. Aline Gia is in 4. Lucy Fox is in 5. Emma Job is in 6. Libby Elmore is in 7th. And Amelia Reese is in lane number 8.
Event number 51, heat 9 to the bullpen. Event number 51, heat 9 to the bullpen.
Front running here in lane number 6 right now, it is Emma Job. Right next to her is Fox in lane 5. Fox may have overtaken her slightly. We'll see as they touch the wall at the halfway point. First one in on this flip turn. Oh, and it's going to be an old-fashioned hand turn. Job pulls a fast one, and she's out quickly. She went against the flip turn. She went on the touch turn. That's perfectly legal in this event. And right now, she's starting to stretch it out. Now, if that's what you're comfortable with, go for it, young lady. Love to see that. So Emma Job now, she's opened it up. And she is going to pull away here. She came with the 126.76. Got a nice opportunity to beat that. Young Emma comes in and I think she had a soft touch because she didn't register in time. Fox right after that. Then Gia, then Deering. Followed by Elmore, Sikorsky, Brazel, and Reese. Alana Keski's in lane 1, Emma Bosch is in 2, Finley Mueller's in lane 3, Araja Gola in lane number 2.
Event number 51, heat 10.
Samantha Winters is in 5, lane 6 you see Haley Rye with Riley Ayers and Hildy Deist in lane 8. Three, 4, and 5 right now. Slightly ahead of the pack. Mueller, Gola, and Winters. Good race here. Winters slightly ahead of Gola. Winters came in with a 131.21. Great opportunity to beat that. Gola came in with a 129.75. Both of them will beat those previous bests. Third place in heat will go to Mueller. She'll also have a personal best, followed by Ayers, Rye, DeBosch, Keski, and Deist. Lots of personal bests in that one. Congratulations to those young ladies. Heat 7 of 12 now. Audrey Barnes is in lane 1. Meryl Rival in lane number 2. It's Morgan Victor in lane 3. It's Vivian Borgmeyer in 4. Riley Kress, Gracie Green, Olive Sigmund in lanes 5, 6, and 7. And then rounding it out in lane 8 is Violet Schaefer, the 9-year-old for Mets. First 7-year-old, we got Gracie Green, the 7-year-old, here in this one as well. So it's not all 8s and ups. Top of your screen right now, Barnes. She came in with a 135.86. She's got a chance to beat that, that's for sure. It'll be Barnes, followed by Reithel. Rounding it out, it'll be Stigman, Borgmeyer. Sorry, folks. Kress, Victor, Green, and Schaefer. I think Schaefer came in ahead of that. All right, Barrett Porter's in lane number 1. No one in lane 2. Hannah Driscoll's in 3. Lily Nepples in 4. Lane 5, you see Madeline Smiley with May Grendler in lane number 6. Delaney Johnson and Clara Becker in lane number 8. Go Barrett. Only her second time swimming this one. Young Barrett, just 8 years old. Third grade, she loves the butterfly, plays soccer for River City. Got her first B time in the 50 back, so we'll say nice for her. Looking strong right now in lanes number 3 and lane number 1. It's Driscoll and Porter. So young Barrett showing her quality first time out. Lauren Keski says, let's go to the Keski kids. Love mom. And again, we know this is tough. Having been there, my kids were older when COVID hit. So, but it nonetheless was not easy not being able to be in the arena when they are swimming, especially for these youngsters. Some of them are swimming one of their first meets in their career. So you want to be there, you want to cheer them on. One way you can do that, you can volunteer. Get in early on the volunteering. Next time around, it's Driscoll, followed by Johnson, then Porter. Porter coming in way ahead of her previous best time by 9 seconds. Fourth place in that one to Smiley. Oops. So we had somebody go in the water here early. Not sure what happened there. Somebody dropped something in the water, their hat. Okay. Anyway, nonetheless, is Becker Grendler rounding things out. All right, here they go, back up on the block. We do not have a swimmer in lane 3. So it'll be Anna Warman in lane number 1. Carter Franks is in 2. Alex Stefani is in lane 4. Abby Gold's in 5. Amelia Myhigh in lane number 6. It's Charlotte Singer in 7th and Charlotte Girth in lane number 8. Four lengths of the pool on this one. Got a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old. We've got our first 6-year-old in this one too, with Warman at the top of your screen in lane 1. Again, a lot of these youngsters just trying to figure this out. Moms and dads, don't get discouraged if they're not winning races. What you should be encouraged by is their competitiveness, their willingness to go out and complete these events, their desire to get back to practice and learn more and get better. This is a sport that does not happen overnight. Michael Phelps didn't jump in the water and swim the 200 fly his first time out. Katie Ledecky did not jump in the water and break world records her first time out. Know that it takes a long process. The Parkway coaches do a very good job, and I can say that because they've developed my own son into one of the top swimmers in the state. So trust the process a little bit, and the kids are all going to grow at different rates as well. There's going to come tears, and there's going to come a lot of smiles, and a lot more smiles, I will tell you, than tears. First one into the wall is Abby Gold. Defani in lane number 4 comes in second place. Third place in that heat goes to Myhigh. Fourth place in the heat to Singer. Rounding it out, it'll be Warman, then Franks, and now Charlotte Girth. Way to go, Charlotte. Charlotte going to be right on her time. She completes that 100. Never an easy one. The smaller they are, the harder it is. Remember that too. All right, here we go. Morley Daharan in lane number 1. No one in lane 2. It's Abby Cutler it's Charlotte McCart in lane number 2. No one in lane number 3. Eloise Murphy is in lane 4 with Elizabeth Warman in lane number 5. Brooklyn Payne's in 6th. Bianca Mai in lane 7. And Heidi Haberstroh in lane number 8. And Heidi looking really good. She does not have a previously established time. So some of these swimmers that don't have these previously established times, the first time swimming it, they may do very well at the event. Heidi would love to come out right away and get that 108.29. She's got an opportunity on her split to do just that. She's going to have to maintain that pace, as does Evelyn in lane number 1. Heidi will be the first one off the wall. Evelyn will come right in behind her. They're well out ahead of everyone else in this event. Not going to quite get that 108.29 for that double B time, but that's okay. June Yang says, go Aline. Aline. Be coming up. First one into the wall there with a 116.39, followed by a 119.65. Haberstraw, followed by Murray Haldren. Then middle of the pool, it's Eloise Murphy. Murphy came in with a 154.76. She goes out with a 137.34. Payne also with a drop in lane 6 of 20 seconds. Good job, ladies. Mai also finishes ahead of her previous best. Got drops all the way through here with McCart, then Warman. Six competitors, nobody in lanes number 6 or 8.
And number 52, E3.
Sophia Holdner in lane 1. Katie Bohan, Sarah Morgan, Peyton Klump, and Lucy Yonkers in 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then Zoe Scroggins is in lane 7. None of these swimmers have a recorded time in this event. Four lengths of the pool. Three of them come off, four of them come off, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bohan, Yonker, Morgan, and Klump. Right now, coming right back into the picture as well is Holdner. Rounding things out at the bottom of your screen is Zoe Scroggins.
Event number 52, E4 to the bullpen. Event number 52, E4 to the bullpen.
Way to go, Sloan. Survive all 4 laps, kiddo. That's from Dustin.
These final three competitors, it's Anand Sethi, Audrey Molchek, and Sloan Snyder. Want to give a shout out to Jeff Johnson, longtime friend. Just got your note, my friend. His daughter Delaney was in the previous event. So she, as tough as they come, takes no trouble from her older brothers, which is great to hear. Of course, Jeff and I go back a long way. We mentioned one of our classmates earlier, Matt Bull, and his daughter Rachel swam this morning. Well, Jeff's daughter Delaney swimming tonight, all back from the class of 1990, St. Louis U High. So good to hear from you, Jeff. Glad to have your daughter on the squad. Molchek will come in first here in this particular heat. No previous time. She is at a 155.88, followed in there by Snyder and then Sethi. All right, now we're going to go to the boys. We'll have 7 heats of this one. All lanes occupied here. Grant Lewis in lane number 1 with Noah Aldridge in 2. Bowden Rivas in lane number 3 with Jackson Surrey in 4. Dryden Finley, Nathan Robbins, Mason Mollering, and Mitchell Stanley are in lanes 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Middle of the pool now, lanes 4 and 5, looking very strong. It's Surrey and Finley. Remember now, this is 4 lengths of the pool, 2 full laps. But they got to maintain the sprint speed all the way through. We got a 9-year-old in Lou, all the rest 11 and 12-year-olds. Lou is looking for a 118.79, the rest looking for under a 105.89. Finley and Surrey already have that, as does Rivas and Robbins. They're looking to move up the ranks here, see if they can't get that maybe an A time or double A time. Not sure they're going to got enough pool left to get that triple A at a 55.79, but they're competing for it right now. First one into the wall in this 100, it will be Surrey, followed by Finley. Surrey's going to come in at 100.02, 100.22. Third place in that heat goes to Mason Mollering. Nice swim for him as Mason comes in, drops 2 seconds off his previous. Fourth place in that heat goes to Aldridge, and then rounding it out, it's Rivas, followed by Stanley, Robbins, and Lou. Didn't sure get all the times on that one, so hopefully you recorded them down. Here we go to the next one. Andrew Spencer's in lane number 1. George Kesky's in lane number 2. Adam Kress is in lane 3. Nick Lang is in 4. Cole Dozier's in 5. Andrew Riney is in lane number 6. Colin Mozzie's in 7. And Eli Aldridge in lane number 8. Haven't heard chime in yet from the old ball coach, Gary Kornfeld. He usually chimes in with his youngster that he's watching, Colin. So if Granddad wants to chime in anyway, Coach, hope you're out there watching. If not, to his grandson, good luck. You see him down in lane number 7. Right now, middle of the pool, though. It's lane number 3, 4, and 6 leading the pack. Kress, Lang, and Riney. Fastest time coming to this one is a 110.29. They want that 105.89. If you're Aldridge or Spencer, you'd want that 118.79. No one's going to go under that 105.89, but let's see if those outside lanes can get that 118.79. They got an opportunity. Come on, boys, get in there. Here we come, and it is done. Eli Aldridge gets it. 117, so first place in that heat goes to Riney, second place to Lang, then it's Kress, followed by Dozier, and rounding things out will be Aldridge, then Kesky, Mozzie, and Spencer. All 8 lanes are occupied here. It's Cole Dudding in lane number 1. Henry Price is in lane 2. Max Becker is in 3. Noah Thomas is in 4. Noah Girth is in 5. So a couple of Noahs in 4 and 5. Tyson Brooks is in 6. John Winkie is in 7, and Henry Samet in lane number 8. In this 100, first one off the wall, middle of the pool, that's what you might expect. That's Thomason. Noah, just 10 years old, wants to go under that 118. He's got a 119.56 coming in. Come on, Noah, let's go ahead and get you that double B time. Young man, stretch it out a little bit. You might have a great uncle in the Baseball Hall of Fame, but I bet he's never qualified for the BB Champs. Well, guess what? Young Noah just did it. Way to go, young man. The 10-year-old. He's going to come in at a 1:15.35. He's going to drop significant time off his previous 4 seconds, and he gets in there with the qualifier. Second place there is Brooks. Third place in this one goes to Becker. Then it's Price. Rounding it out will be Samet, Winkie, Girth, and Dudding. Teddy Jones is in lane 1 with Ian Cho in lane 2. Sam Becker's in 3. Miles Jaworski, Andy Wang, they're in the middle in lanes 4 and 5. Thompson Van Alsten is in 6. Zachary Tixon in lane number 7. And Max Montgomery is in lane number 8.
And number 53.
3 more heats after this one. And after that, we got the 50 breaststroke.
Number 53, girls, 12 and under 50-yard breaststroke.
Sam Becker, he's in lane 3 right now. He is slightly ahead of the field. Looking to beat his previous best time of 1:24.46. Again, one of the things parents and all those viewers watching, if you're not familiar, you want to watch for your swimmers. Are they improving? How's their technique looking? Every time they come out, they are not going to get a personal best time. So it's important that they go out and compete, that they listen to what their coaches are telling them, and that they try and try and try. And guess what? Eventually, you're going to get those results. Think about those top swimmers in the world. If they were to do that every single time, they'd be setting world records, and that just doesn't happen. First one into the wall, it'll be Becker. Sam, he'll have a personal best of a 1:18.15. Prime example right there. He came out, he did his best, and he got his personal best time. Juan coming in second, then it's Jaworski in third. Fourth in the heat goes to Van Alsten. Fifth in that heat goes to Tixon. Then it's Jones, Cho, and Montgomery. All right, you got Ryan Gorin in right now, lane number 1. It's Aiden Flavin in lane number 2. Campbell Hefkin in lane number 3. It's Tommy Spall in lane number 4. It's Landon Trotvetter and Samuel Marietta in 4 and 5. Henry Doherty Peace is in lane number 7. And rounding things out is Peter Spall. So you got Tommy, the 11-year-old, and Peter, the 9-year-old, in this race together. Previous best time in this particular heat is Tommy Spall, the 11-year-old, with a 1:30.33. And right now, lane number 3, it's Campbell Hefkin. He's ahead of the pack. He came in with a 1:32.71. He's going to go well ahead of that. In fact, I think we're going to have a number of drops in this one, folks. Let's see. Oh, but coming on strong right at the end. Look at this, pulling it out. And Spall, he got to the flag, and all of a sudden he had on a turbo booster. Young Tommy kicks it in with a 1:25.96, so personal best for him and Hefkin. And they finished a half a second apart. Third place in that heat goes to Marietta with a 1:30, so he has a personal best. Fourth place in that heat goes to Gorn with a 1:35. Young Ryan also gets a personal best. Then it's Troutvetter, followed by Doherty, Spall, Peter Spall, and Flavin. And so some great times across the board. congrats to all those young men as they really swam hard. And that was quite a finish there at the end as well. All right. Tamir Sheikh in lane number 1.
Heat 3 to the bullpen. Event number 53. Heat
With
3
Luka
to the
Dokovic
bullpen.
in lane number 2. It's William Klulela in lane 3. Zachary Kuznetsov in 4. Garrett Gent in lane number 5. It's Drew Novak in 6. No one in 7. Then Colin Jackson, the 12-year-old, in lane number 8. Jackson has no previous time, so he'd love to come right out and see if he can't get that 105.89. Let's see where his split's going to be here. He's going to be pretty close. He's really going to have to kick it into gear, but he's got an opportunity for sure. Right now, he is front running is Colin Jackson. He's going to come in well ahead of the pack here in this one. His first time out, not a bad established time, 1:23.70. Middle of the pool now, we got a 3-horse race for second place. Dokovic, Gent, and Novak. Drew Novak really strong on the water. He was a little slower off the turn when they touched on the start-finish earlier, and he is going to finish in third. Gent, then Novak, then Dojkovic. He had a soft touch, followed in there behind by Kuznetsov, Klulela, and Sheikh. So some personal bests as well. Way to go to those young men. All right. We got 8 swimmers. None of them have a previously established time. There could be a front runner here in this somewhere. Seth Werndl in lane number 1. It's William Pruitt in lane number 2.
Heat 4 to the bullpen.
Yushin Kim in lane number 3 with Nate Herman, Dylan Powers, and Khrushchev Shrikinta in lane number 4, 5, and 6. Freddie Shearer the 3rd and 7, and Henry Bruges in lane number 8. Dylan Powers, he's a 5th grader at Webster Groves, the college school. There's a lot of friends that have gone through the college school over the years. First one I've seen in the swim club in a while, so good to see him in there. He also swims for the Lingate Gators. Favorite stroke is backstroke. Enjoys basketball for St. Clement. He's also a Cub Scout. Loves building Legos and reading. Way to go to that young man. Love to see that. A lot of creativity. Lane number 3 right now is Kim. No one in lane 2, so I missed that earlier. My apologies. He'll come in. Let's see what his time is going to be. 1:21 flat. Good established first time for him. Followed in behind by Herman, then Powers. I mentioned him a moment ago. Shearer the 3rd. Shrikinta. And then rounding it out will be Bruges, followed by Werndl. You know, again, you start getting over past these 50s, and all these events for these youngsters who haven't swam them before become difficult. A lot of cheering going on from their fellow teammates. Good to see and good to hear. One of the great things about this sport, folks, I've met a lot of folks that we've become good friends with over the last 5 to 6 years, and the camaraderie the youngsters get comes equal to their other friends. Spend a lot of time together in the pool, so you see them almost every day. The more and more they get into it. All right, here we go. 50-yard breaststroke. These are going to go fast. We've got 11 heats for the young ladies. These are all going to be under a minute likely, or just about a minute or less. Shay Sex in lane number 1. Quinn Porter's in lane 2. Riley Moran is in 3. Leah DeBosch is in 4. Leela Herzl is in 5. Gabby Green's in 6. Natalie Grinther in 7. And Sophie Bain is in lane number 8. Expect DeBosch, Moran, and Herzl all to be good. And Gabby Green, just a 10-year-old. But way out ahead. And this one is DeBosch. Let's see if she can go for that double B time. 33:67, and she just nailed it. Or AAA time, I'm sorry. Leah DeBosch gets it. She gets her zones cut with a 33:67. Way to go to Leah. Of course, her swimming in that family, and she just showed her quality. I want to give a shout out to her dad, Brian. I didn't mention him earlier. Her mother, also the principal at Belle Reeve Elementary. Caroline Sevich is in lane number 1. In lane number 2, it's Elise Burgess. Alex Surrey in lane number 3 with Audrey Brazel in 4. Erica Shin, Ariana Hewitt is here. Allie Rudroff in lane 7, and Shannon Higgins in lane number 8. Well, they're all in the lineup here now. Anybody's race. It's just a 50, so you're going to have to pick it up if you're going to pick up with lane number 6, and that's Ariana Hewitt. Looking strong in lanes number 2 and 3. Also are Burgess and Surrey. First one into the wall. It will be, who's going to be on stroke? It will be Hewitt, followed right in behind by Burgess. They were really close. Less than 0.2 of a second. Right at 0.2 of a second separated them. Third place goes to Surrey, then Shin, Brazel, followed by Sevich, Higgins, and Rudroff. 44:07 is the winner in that one. Not quite on that double B time. And I didn't get Surrey's time. She may have gotten it in the 10 years.
Event number 53, heat 7 to the bullpen. Event number 53.
Addison Howard's in lane 1 with Emma Strumlau in 2. Stella Warman is in lane 3 with Meryl Rifle in lane 4. Emma DeBosch is in 5. Noah Brooks in 6. 7 has Emma Job, and 8 has Alicia Yen. Got an 8-year-old in Emma. Emma would love that 47:49. The other ones, and also we got 10 U's in Howard and Warman. They would love that as well. 39.99 are what the others are shooting for. Middle of the pool right now is Rifle. Rifle, the 12-year-old. Could she go into that 39.99? Not quite going to get it. Good race for her, though. She had a 47.96. She beat that with a 44.59. Second goes to Job, 48. Third place in that heat goes to Warman with a 48. And she was just off of that previous build, that BB time. And it's Jen, followed by DeBosch, Howard, and Brooks. Claire Becker, Vivian Borgmeyer, Jules Deering. They are in lanes number 1, 2, and 3. Amy Rye, Lucy Fox, Alex Sikorsky are in lanes 4, 5, and 6. And rounding things out, Heidi Haberstraw and Amelia Maihai. They are in 7 and 8. Looking strong right down by her screen. Haberstraw, she comes in with a 52.42. You know, sometimes in the course of the development and in practice, all of a sudden something very slight kicks in and these swimmers can turn it up. She's got an opportunity now to go in at 39.99. Let's see if she can get there. Can she get there? 3 seconds to go. Not quite going to make it, but she's going to really shave off considerable time from her 52.42. So she's well on the way. 43.95 for her, second place in this heat. Lane number 2 to Borgmeyer to 49.07. She shaves time off as well. Then Fox, followed by Rye and Deering, rounding out Maihai, Sikorsky, and Becker. Rajagola in lane number 1. It's Barrett Porter in lane 2. Amelia Reese in lane number 3 with Vivian Brazel in lane 4.
Event number 53,
Lane 5, you're looking right at her at Olivia Thompson. Lulu Wires is in lane 6 with Libby Elmore and Lana Keski rounding things out. Go Gabby from Isabel, and Gilbert says go Erica. Might have missed those a couple of heats ago, or they might be coming up. Again, this is a 50, just 2 lengths of the pool, down and back. No more 25s for these youngsters. They're going all 50s, and then they get to the hundreds. Lane number 1 looking really good, though, right now. That is Gola. She's been strong all day, and she will touch, soft touch. Not sure what her time was. Elmore, Wires, Reese, followed by Thomason, Brazel. Keski was in there as well, and then Porter. So scoreboard's a couple of soft touches there. Not really sure what their times were. Let's go Hannah from May. That's Hannah Moon here in this next heat with Sloan Langdon being in lane 1. Aline Gia, she got a shout out earlier. Hildy Dice, Lily Neppel, they're in 2, 3, and 4. Hannah Moon, we mentioned her a moment ago. She's right there in the middle of the pool in lane 5. Bottom of your screen is Bianca Maihai in lane 6, Riley Ayers in lane 7, and Riley Kress in lane number 8.
Event number 53, heat 11 to the bullpen as well. Event number 53, heat 10, and heat 11 to the bullpen.
First one out right now, lane 5, is Hannah Moon. So that little shout out is now propelling her to being ahead of the crew here in this one. Well, folks, we mentioned this earlier too. You want to give a shout out, I don't know, somehow that gives these swimmers a little bit more energy, a little bit more zip and pep. They feel it, they sense it, they know people are out there watching them, they want to put on a show, and she does it right there with a 48.29. Good time for her. Dropped 7 seconds off her previous best. Audrey Barnes will be in lane 1 with Violet Schaefer in lane 2. Lane 3 has Finley Mueller with Olive Sigmund in lane 4. It's June Doherty Peace in lane number 5 with Brooklyn Payne, Charlotte Singer, and Morgan Victor in lanes number 6, 7, and 8. Got a Go Olive from Jen Sigmund. Lanes number 1 and 8 right now looking really good. That's Barnes and Victor. All 10 and unders here. They want to get that 47.49 if they can. Previous best time is Sigmund with a 59.04, so they're going to have to do some improvements here, some significant drops. Let's see if that happens. Right now, looking good. Still lane number 1. That's Barnes. Also Mueller in lane number 3. First one into the wall. Looks like it'll be Mueller. It will be 55.27. She drops 4 seconds. We're going to have some tremendous drops across the board here in this one. Great job to all these young ladies, followed by Barnes. Schaefer was in there as well. Doherty Peace, Singer, Victor, Payne, and Sigmund. Eight in, it's Zoe Scroggins in lane 1, Gracie Green, Madeline Smiley, Sophia Largent, Phoebe Ankenbrink, Sydney Rakers is in lane number 6 with Hannah Driscoll and May Grundler in lane number 8. She got a shout out a minute ago from Leah. We go to the pool, lane number 4. You see that there. That's Sophie Largent, the 12-year-old from Parkway with a 102.08. She's well ahead of that pace right now. See if she can keep it up and bring it home. Fastest time was that 102.08 with Largent and Ankenbrand. They were tied. And Largent's going to come into the 52.58. Going to have some good drops here. All of these swimmers with personal best times. Ankenbrand just slightly off of hers. And Scroggins slightly off of hers, as well as Grendler. All right, Charlotte Girth will be the first one in lane number 1. Lane 2's got Charlotte McCart. Lane 3 has Sophia Holdner with Adele Mormon in lane number 4. It's Sarah Morgan in 5, Elizabeth Warman in 6, Carter Franks in 7, and Eloise Murphy in lane number 8.
Event number 54, heat 2 to the bullpen. Event number 54, heat 2 to the bullpen.
Go Tommy and Peter Spall, excuse me. That's from Katie. They'll be coming up in the next event. Give them the early shout out. Missed here that we didn't have Mormon here. Adele is not swimming in lane 4, as you see there on your screen. But lane 5 right now looking very good. That's Sarah Morgan. She came in with the 107.43. She's going to be well out ahead of that. Good drop for her. In fact, see if she can go under a minute here. Get in there and touch the wall, young lady. Well, they'll finish. Show her how to change that stroke at a 57.70. Stride out that last one. Make sure you get into the wall. Second place in that one goes to Holdner. Third place to Warman. Got a couple of soft touches on there. Now, all the swimmers are in at this point with McCart and Girth also looking good with a 113. As they round things out with Murphy and McCart. Okay. Now, only one swimmer in this next heat has an established time. That's our 6-year-old, Anna Warman. From the Met, she's got a 1:20.10. All the rest do not have a time. Warman's in lane 6. Charlotte Regent's in lane 1. Audrey Cutler's in lane 2. Samantha Winters in 3. Then we mentioned Warman. Evelyn Morley Dahran in lane number 5. It's Peyton Klump in 6. Lucy Yonker and Jane Cho in 8. Folks, we pass a lot of information along to you, especially those new swim parents, new swim families. If you're curious about time standards, things like that, check with your coach. They're always happy to explain that stuff, whether it's Coach Chris Etherington or Kean Quigley, whoever it might be. Go ahead and talk to them. They'll go ahead and sort you out. I know when I first started this just 5-6 years ago, we had no clue what any of that stuff meant. We missed a couple of things just because we didn't know. So you got to ask the questions sometimes. Check with other parents. Most of them all love to give that information. First place in the heat goes to Morley Dahran. Second place goes to Winters. Third in the heat goes to Yonker. Then it's Klump, followed by Regent. Rounding it out is Warman and Cho. All right, final heat now. There's 4 swimmers. It's Gold, Bohan, Defani, and Molchik. That's Abby, Katie, Alex, and Audrey in lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6. 3 9-year-olds, and Molchik is the 8-year-old. No previously established time for them. First one off the wall here at the turn in lane number 5. That's Alex Defani. You're wondering, it's a 46.59. That is your double B time. Don't think these swimmers are going to quite get there, but they're going to have a nice established time for their first time out. Love to see these youngsters. The other thing I haven't seen is none of the hands from the referee going up. That means they've committed an infraction, so that's very cool. First one into the wall. It is Defani right at a minute, 99. Way to go. Abby Gold with a 103.07. Then checking in is Bohan, and she'll be right around a 107, 108. She did not have a hard touch on the wall, and in Molchek, she will round things out. So that has ended event number 53. We're now going to move on to event number 54. That will be the young men. Caleb Opal's in lane number 1 with Dryden Finley in 2. Nathan Robbins is in 3. Bowden Rivas is in 4 with Cole Strom in lane number 5. Casey Chapman is in 6. Nick Lang is in 7. And Andrew Bain in lane number 8. Caleb Opal, of course, he's a 6th grader at West Middle. Loves the butterfly, plays the piano, the violin since he's been 6. Knows how to cook rice. And this is my favorite quote of the week, Kevin Girth, because this has to come from his father. But he says he's an eligible bachelor. And let me tell you something. If you know how to cook, you're way ahead of the game. My mother taught all of her 6 children how to cook at a very young age, and so trust me, that gets you a lot of kudos, and it's a survival tactic. So, way to go, Caleb. He's in lane 1. Love that quote, so thanks for sending it in. First one in here, it's going to be Rivas with a 36-46. Bowden, better than his previous time. He already had the cut. In fact, a lot of these youngsters did have the cut. Second place in that one goes to Robin with 36.53. He's in there. Also is Cole Strom, as is Chapman. He's under that 39.49. Then it's Lang, and rounding things out, it'll Bain, Finley, and Opal. Eight swimmers jump in here on this one. It's Miles Jaworski with Cameron Wellick, Max Becker, and Grayson Langdon in lanes number 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's Andrew Riney, George Keski, Abram Shank, and Thomas Van Alsten in lane number 8. First one off the wall, lane number 5. It's Andrew Riney, excuse me. See Max Becker out there, doesn't wear that cap. Got that nice high and tight haircut, keeps him nice and streamlined. Looks like it's going to come right down to it. It's Riney and Langdon. Will they get under that 39? No, not quite. But Langdon, he's only got to go to 46.59, and he does get that at a 41.11. He's just 10 years old. So it goes Riney, Langdon, Keski, Becker, Wellick, Jaworski, Van Alsten, and Shank. Some good drops there in that heat as well. Cole Dudding in lane number 1. It's Colin Mozzie in 2. Noah Thomason's in 3. John Wenke is in lane number 4. It's Henry Samet in 5. Noah Girth is in 6. Campbell Hufkin in lane number 7. And Samuel Marietta in lane number 8.
Event number 54, heat 7 to the bullpen. Event number 54, heat 7 to the bullpen.
Bottom of your screen right now, Hefkin looking very strong. Came in with a 48.64. And he will beat that with a 44.68. He'll be followed in behind by Thomason. Then it's Mozzie, tied with Girth. So both of them with a 47.83 as they drop some time. Interestingly enough, they came in tied with a 48.43 earlier, excuse me. So they came in tied, and they're still tied. That's pretty interesting. Nonetheless, 5th place goes to Dudding, and then rounding it out, Wenke, Samet, and Marietta. All right, Tommy Small, he got that shout out just a moment ago. He's in lane 1. Andy Wan is in lane 2. Luke Bowers in 3. Sam Beckett's in 4. Henry Doherty Peace is in lane 5. Ian Cho 6. Zachary Tixon in 7. And Ryan Gorin in lane number 8.
55, girls, 12 and under, 100-yard butterfly. Heat 1 to the bullpen. Event number 55, girls, 12 and under, 100-yard butterfly. Heat 1 to the bullpen.
Middle of your pool right now, looking strong in lane number 4. That's Sam Becker. Right next to him, Luke Bauer. He'll be the first one in with a 46.83. He'll drop almost 4 seconds off his previous best. Bauer with a 49.90, also dropping time, and then winding things out. It will be Tixon, followed by Wan, then Doherty Peace, Cho, Spall, and Gorin. No swimmer in lane number 3, but it's Troutvetter in lane number 1 with Ryan Shalom in lane number 2. It's Max Montgomery in 4. Teddy Jones is in 5. Luka Dolkovich is in lane 6. Dylan Powers is in 7. And William Kulala in lane number 8. Several 9-year-olds, 10-year-old, and a couple of 11-year-olds in this one. Those 9-year-olds, they want that 46.59, as did the 10-year-old. Lanes number 4, 2, and 5, all pretty even. It's Montgomery, Shalom, and Jones. Also trying to pull up on them in lane 7 is Powers. And first one in there, lane number 4 in the heat, 54.87, followed by Shalom. Then it's Jones. So some good drops for all three of those young men. Powers, Dorkovich, Troutvetter, and Clodella. Everybody dropped in that one with the exception of Clodella, who was just off his previous best time. Got a little delay here over at the scorer's table. They're taking care of something real quick. No swimmer in lane 3, but it'll be Aiden Flavin in lane 1, Zachary Kuznetsov in lane number 2, Garrett Gent in 4, Andrew Spencer, in lane 5, Yujin Kim in lane 6, it's Timur Sheikh in lane 7, and Colin Jackson in lane number 8. Jackson comes in with no previously established time. He's in lane number 8, the 12-year-old. Love to come right out and see if he can't get that double B at a 39.49. He's going to be close. Right now looking good in lane number 6 as well. That's Kim, the 11-year-old. He came in with a 108.21. He looks like he's going to finish well ahead of that. And it will be Jackson, the first one in on the heat. Peter Gent says, come on, G, finish strong. Garrett's in the middle of the pool there. In lane 4, looking pretty good. He came in with a 104.83. He's got a nice opportunity to improve on that. Let's see if he can get into the wall. Come on, youngster. And he does. You got to teach him not to take that extra stroke at the end, but he does shave time, so that's the way to do it. Coaches will work on that with him. Top of your screen, finalizing things out is Flavin. So it goes Jackson, followed by Kim, then Jenton Spencer, Sheikh, Kuznetsov, and Flavin. Final heat here in this one. 8 swimmers in. It's Henry Burgess in lane 1, Seth Werndell in lane number 2. It's Werndell. It's Drew Novak in 3, Ben Hadfield in 4, Krujov Sharinta in lane number 5. It's Peter Spall. Got the shout out for him just a moment ago. He's in lane 6, and then Freddie Shearer the 3rd in lane number 7. And you know, when they put that on there, if you're the 3rd, I'm going to go ahead and mention it. You're the 4th, definitely. I don't think I've met anybody yet that's the 5th generation, same name. But I'm sure they're out there. Lane number 5 looking good so far. Ben Hatfield, he's been strong all day. Young Ben does not have a previously established time here in this one, so he's been a good swimmer though. Following this one, we got that one fly, and then after the one fly is over, I will be done for the day. I won't be here for those 500s. Got a family commitment I need to get to, but I've enjoyed bringing you all the action along with Kevin Girth. Of course, we want to thank Ruth Price. She is the meet director. All the volunteers, whether you're timing, you're being a security person, helping out with cleanup, setup, whatever it might be. Thanks to all those folks, and then thanks to the officials as well and the coaches. First one in is Shrinta, 56.50 on that one. Hadfield, I don't think he must have had a soft touch. Nonetheless, Spall, then rounding it out is Shearer the 3rd, Novak with Burgess and Werndl. And Werndl, I think, was ahead of Burgess. I could be wrong. A little bit blocked by the flags on my angle. All right, 100-yard butterfly. First, it's for the young ladies. Let's see if we're going to have a full house. We've got them all listed here. It's O'Reilly Moran in lane number 1. Claire Petrie's in lane 2. Anayaya Sethi's in lane 3. Peyton Robick, she's very good at this stroke. She's in lane 4 with Margaret Mendoza in 5. Libby Price is in 6. Charlotte Leary is in 7th. And Esther Borgmeyer in lane number 8. We've got a little bit of a delay before that one. We mentioned Riley Moran. Of course, her mother's down there as one of the officials right now, and her father was here early officiating. Folks,
If you want to volunteer, you can get money off of your dues for Parkway by being an official, I believe. Check it out. Check out with some of the swim coaches. What's it take? A little bit of going to some seminars, and then you're out here on the deck. You get to see your kids swim. You get to be part of it, something that they obviously are enjoying. So that's the real key. You keep it rolling. I've been an official in a number of sports. I don't quite have the attention span nor the attention to detail to be a swimming official. These folks do a tremendous job. I'm just getting a little too old, I think. But nonetheless, soccer, baseball, basketball, I've done it all and enjoyed all of it. You want to ask what I tell young broadcasters who are coming up in the industry that want to be sportscaster? I say, take a summer umpiring some baseball. In the fall, do some refereeing of soccer or football. It gives you another perspective on how things happen and how they should go. So just another way you can learn the sport. If you want to be involved in it, you want to be a broadcaster, do that a little bit. You know, it helps you empathize with those officials just a little bit as well. They're not always wrong. And of course, they're not officiating to get rich. They're doing it because they love the sport and they want to see the kids continue to compete. So we've got a little bit of a delay here. Sometimes we'll do that because we want to give the swimmers a little bit of a rest. If they're coming off one event, they got to go right back into the other. Especially when you come off those 50s, they go very fast. So, all right, they're going to blow them in now. Again, we mentioned it's Moran, Petrie, Sethi, Robick, Mendoza, Price, Leary, and Borgmeyer. And it looks like Leary is not in lane 7, so we'll have 7 competitors. 4 lengths in the pool here. Robick comes in with the best time at a 109.60. She'd love to get that 104.19. That's the AAA. And I know she's going to go for it. Had a chance to talk to her mom, Vicky, earlier. Of course, her older brother. Supposed to swim this morning, hurt his knee, but her grandparents gave a shout out to him. Now they're giving a shout out. And of course, Parker, her youngest brother, also on the team, but he decided to say, Mom, you know what? I think I want to sit this one out. And that young cat is as cool as they come. But his big sister right now, she's showing her quality. Front running in this one. Got to go Libby go. That's from Mindy Bates. That's for Libby Price. Libby Price is in lane number 6. All right, let's go, Peyton. Let's get in there. Can you get that 104.19? Come on, young lady. Get in there. It's going to be close. She's going to come in under her personal best. Let's see. She does a nice stretch out. She hits it at a 107.22. So Peyton Robick, that's a personal best for her by 2 seconds. Way to go. She's halfway home to get that. Almost halfway home to get that AAA. She'll have a couple more meets to swim that, a couple times in the prelims and finals. She'll be vying for the championship when it comes to those Division I championships. Second place in that heat goes to Petrie, third to Mendoza, fourth in that heat, Borgmeyer. Then it's Libby Price. Rounding it out, it's Riley Moran with a 120.69 and Anaya Sethi. Riley getting a nice improvement too. All right, Delaney Johnson now, the young daughter of Jeff Johnson. She's in lane number 1. 146.10 is her prelim time. Alex Surrey's in lane 2 with Kenna Seifert in lane number 3. Willa Shanks in lane 4 with Lillian Palish in lane number 5. Ann Irwin's in 6. Beth Nakatani is in lane 7. And Stella Warman in lane 8. Middle of the pool now, you're looking at it. It's Palish and Shank. They come in with a 127 for Willa and a 131. All these swimmers looking to improve on their time. If you're wondering, for the 11 and 12-year-olds, it's a 117.59. That's the double B time. For the 10 and unders, it's a 139.09. No one has that double B time, but I want to tell you right now, Palish and Shank have an opportunity to get it. Let's see if they can come back quick. It's going to be close. Good form all the way around, getting into rhythm here. Let's see if we get that 117.59.
And she's going to be just short of it. That's Payless. Her best time was at 1:31. She's going to hammer that by 11 seconds. Way to go. Willa Shank also 4 seconds off her previous best. Nice job for her. Nakatani comes in third with a 1:28, and Beth does get that double B time. She improves by 11 seconds. She was just off it previously. Fourth place in the heat goes to Seifert. Johnson, did she get it? And she gets the 1:39.10 for her. She's an 11-year-old, so way to go, Delaney. First year in the program for her. Nice to see her. And Jeff, hopefully we'll get a chance to see each other down the road here. One of the meets. Then it's Surrey, and rounding things out, it's Mormon. So great swim all the way through for those youngsters. Final heat now. We've got 5 swimmers. It's Charlotte McCart in lane 2 with Evie McDowell in 3, Alexis Summers in lane 4, Noah Brooks in lane number 5, and Avi Ganem in lane number 6. 9-year-old in McCart, 10-year-old in Ganem, an 11-year-old in McDowell, and 2 12-year-olds in Summers and Brooks. No one has a previous recorded time. So that 1:17.59 for the 11-12s and that 1:39.09 for the 10 and unders. We'll see where those splits are at here in just a moment. Got a Let's Go Noah from Joshua Brooks. Summers, good split at a 38.87. She's right on pace. If she can keep that up, she's going to pick it up slightly. She's got an opportunity to get it. Avi Ganem looking really strong down here in lane number 6, though. I want to tell you what, the 10-year-old, folks, I think we're going to have ourselves a BB cut here in just a moment. She's established a nice rhythm. She'll come off the wall and see what her underwater like. She stretches it out nicely. In fact, she's just going to say, you know what, not only am I going to get the BB time, I'm going to go ahead and take the heat. All right, let's go get it, young ladies. Let's see what we got here. A little bit of a different stroke for her, but I'm pretty sure what she's doing is legal. Having watched my son do a couple different forms of it, but she does get it. She comes in well under that 1:39. She comes in her 1:25.92. Summers comes in her 1:29.79. That's a great established first time for her. Third place in the heat is going to go to lane number 3. That's Evie McDowell. Then Noah Brooks and Charlotte McCart will round things out. Great job, ladies. Not a tough stroke to learn, that's for sure. It takes a lot of power. The most power stroke, maybe one of the more taxing on your bodies in terms of the individual stroke. The technical stroke really is that breaststroke, but that power stroke is the butterfly. And of course the backstroke, that's always tough because you're upside down. Melissa says, go Aviana, go. Well, she just did it. All right. 3 heats of the young men coming up here. Full house across the board, it looks like here. It'll be Noah Aldridge in lane number 1, Caleb Oppel in lane number 2, Elliott Sapp is in 3 with Jackson Surrey in 4, Mason Mollering is in 5, Bowden Rivas in 6, it's Cole Dozier in 7, and Adam Kress in 8. Surrey looking really strong so far right out of the chute. The 12-year-old came in with a 1:07.35. BB time is a 1:16.09 for the 11 and 12-year-olds. All these swimmers are 11 and 12. The 1:02.39, that is the AAA time. Sapp, Elliott looking really strong right now as well. Both of those swimmers, along with Mollering, already have the cut, as does Rivas. So does Opal. So they'd love to drop time. Right now, look at this. Elliott Sapp coming on strong, and young Elliott, Parkway South Middle Schooler, he's going to go underneath the flags. He's going to take this one. Can he do it in a personal best? He's going to shatter his previous. He's going to come in under 1:10. 109.95 for him. Second place goes to Surrey in a 112 flat, so he adds while Sapp drops 5 seconds. Then it's Opal, followed by Mollering. Mason will add a little bit, but he already had the qualifier, so he's going to gear up for it. Fifth place goes to Dozier, then Kress. Rounding it out is Aldrich and Rivas. Well, we got a shout out from overseas. The Chief Warrant Officer Stanley here, currently deployed abroad, cheering on his 11-year-old son, Mitchell Stanley. He'll be up here in this final event, number 58. I will not be here for that, Chief Warrant Officer Stanley. My apologies, but nonetheless, he's saying proud of you, so I'm glad we got to shout that on the air. Of course, we want to say thank you to all those folks that serve this country, whether it's in the military, whether it's in the police force, firefighters. We've lost a couple of local ones here in the St. Louis area recently, the EMTs. You know, all doing great work, especially even harder during, you know, sometimes the unrest around the world or COVID, whatever. True heroes. That is for sure. We want to give a shout out to those folks. Of course, personal friends of a lot of those people in my life. And we want to thank you for all that you do. We also want to say, Mary Dory saying, so proud of you, Will and Abram, from Grandma and Papa. They have chimed in over the years, have they? From out of state, so they get a chance to watch that also. But maybe my favorite shout out of the day, we've had one from across the Atlantic from Grandma and Grandpa, now from around the country, and now we get somebody in the military. So thank you for Mr. Stanley for giving that shout out. Just I'll really quickly give it. His son Mitchell's an 11-year-old. He'll be swimming in lane 1 in the second heat. That'll be the first heat for boys in that 500. So look out for him. And that can't be easy on the family either, having a parent deployed. That is not lost on the side there. Middle of the pool now, lanes number 5 and 4. This is Abram, Shank, and Herman. It's Kim, Lou, Samet, Herman, Shank, Aldridge, Brooks, and Van Alsten. First one in, and it will be Abram Shank. So Abram here in this one, he came in with 137.49. He was just off of that time, and he shatters it. He's got well under the BB with a 132.49. So he saves 5 seconds. He will swim this at the BB champs. Way to go to him. Second place in that heat goes to Herman. Herman also shaves 3 seconds off his time. Then it's Aldridge, followed by Kim, in Samet, Van Alsten, and Brooks. Final heat here for me today. 3 swimmers in. Tamir Sheikh in lane number 3, Andrew Spencer's in 4, and Seth Werndl in lane number 5. No previously established times for these 3 youngsters. Now we're going to probably have a little bit of a break before that 500, so get a quick snack and come on back. Typically they give those youngsters a couple minute breaks, and some of them will come right back and swim one after the other. There'll be a couple of heats, and they'll alternate girls, boys, for those of you out there viewing. We won't have the audio on that one, at least the commentary, I should say, but Kevin Girth is going to bring you home, as he always does, with the great sights and all of the video here from these meets. First one off the wall, and a nice split of a 49.92 with Spencer. Again, no previously established time. Spencer's just 10 years old. Would love to come in under that 137.09. Right now, he is on pace to do it. In fact, he is well on pace to do it. Let's see if we can't cheer this young man on as he brings it home. Let's come on back in this last 15 seconds, young man. Second place in the heat there in lane number 3. That's Shake, and then Werndl. All these youngsters trying to establish that first time. This is not an easy stroke for a 9 and a 10-year-old, folks, let me tell you. This takes a lot of upper body strength, and you got to have rhythm, and you got to be able to control yourself. First one into the wall. He is going to go under 2 minutes. Didn't get that BB time, but that's okay, Mr. Spencer. He's a toughie, and he completes it nicely with a 154.95. Shake will be the next one off the wall. He'll come home for the final stretch here. Well, folks, I've enjoyed all the weekend so far. When I've got the view here, sessions 1, 2, 4 and 5. And of course, we'll have more great Parkway swimming. At one point, all the parents will be back in these arenas and they'll get to enjoy it with us. While we can't, we're happy we can bring it to you. You got to give a shout out to Kevin Girth again. He gave up his entire weekend to be here and give you the videos. And it's the best video setup that I see. And we've done some good ones. We look at the folks over at the Seahawks program. They've got a nice video set up, but none better than Kevin Girth, and he does it all himself. So thank you to Kevin. Next one in is Shake at a 2:41.98, and bringing it home right now is Werndl. They'll get set for that 500. I'm going to sign off here, folks. Again, we want to thank Ruth Price for putting on the meet, all the Parkway coaches headed by John David Williford and Chris Etherington. I want to thank all the officials, Stephanie leading that pack, Gabe Blair Porter in his second last event, Matt Bouldering taking over him as the marshals, and all the volunteers that made this happen this weekend. And that'll round things out as Werndl comes in right at 3 minutes. My name is Matt Judkins for everybody here along the Parkway TV network. Thank you, and so long. Stay tuned for the pictures now. That's not going to go away. We'll have that 500 with those pictures in about 5 minutes.
right, folks, we're back for the 500. This is combined events 57, 58. It alternates girls to boys. So heat 1 is the event 57, heat 1 of girls 500. Second heat would be heat 1 of boys 500.
No, I'm good. I got no. I have my.
We're just about ready to get underway. All of the counters are on the other side of the pool. And here we go. The girls are starting to step up on the blocks. This is event 57, heat 1, girls 500 free. We already have a shot out here from Shannon Tucker. Swim hard for that 500, Maddie. We believe in you. That bell means we've got somebody on their last lap.
Do I get the other ones?
All right, we're up with Heat 2. This is Heat 1 of boys 500. Just a reminder, let's keep a shout out going for Mitchell Stanley. We got Chief Warrant Officer Stanley deployed right now. He's the first military person to actually chime in on one of our live streams. So that's really awesome. I just want to reiterate how thankful we are for your service. Well, we got that bell, looks like, for lane 4. There's Jackson with a strong finish with a 5:38.30. Followed by Cole Strom with a 5:59.66. Next we have Seamus with a 6:15.83. Langdon with a 6:31.04. Followed behind by Robbins and Stanley. Robbins with a 6:54.02 and Stanley with a 7:05.47. Good job, boys. Next up is Heat 3, which is actually Heat 2 of the girls, 500. We got a shout out from Stephanie Byrne. Yay, Avi, you're amazing. Truth be told, all of these competitors are amazing. the bell lap. I mean, this is her last lap, lane 6. Cool. She finishes out at 6:46.95. Followed by Willa Shank with a 7:00.43. We got Sophie Bain coming in at third, 7:08.78. Grace Hager, 7:14.17. Fifth, Lucy Fazaz, 7:16.49. And I don't know who's in lane 6 or 4. Lane 1 was Aviana with a 7:22.25. Next up, we have Heat 4, which is actually Heat 5, the boys 500 free. Looks like we're just waiting for all of the timers, lane counters to be ready. And off they go. Got our first bell lap for lane 4. Andrew Bain. He's finishing out with a 6:51.15. Second place goes to Cameron Welk with a 7:33.05. Fouled behind is Luke Bauer, 7:46.63. Then in fourth we have Jawowski at 7:47.37. Andy Wands coming in at fifth place with an 8:03.14. Henry Price coming in next at an 8:07.88. Ryan Shalom with a 8:17.41 in seventh place. And here comes Dylan Powers in the final stretch. And he will come in with an 8:51.31. Next up we have Heat 5, which is, looks like they combine 5 and 6 maybe, because we've got a boy in lane 4. So they did combine these last two heats. This is going to be the last heat of this event, the 500, which will wrap us up for the weekend. And we got a few shout outs that I may have missed. It says, Lexi says, good luck, Raga. Go, Raga. And then I got another one from Gems Gaming. Go, Sid, go, from Addie and Gem. It looks like Raga is in lane 1. And Sydney, it looks like, is in lane 2. So they're right next to each other. Folks, since this is our last event, I'd like to go ahead and give a special thanks to the volunteers, the officials, coaches, Ruth Price. I mean, if she didn't do her job, we wouldn't have these meets. She does an amazing job. And I want to give a special shout out to Matt Junkins, who was doing the announcing earlier. He does a way better job doing the commentary than I could ever even imagine doing. I don't know how he can talk that much, but I'm glad he can, because I can't. So if you get a moment, go ahead and email out to Ruth, letting her know how much you appreciate her putting these events on. Also, coaches, head coach John David, Tom Bick, all of the staff at Parkway. They do an amazing job to keep these kids motivated and keep them going fast. Got a couple more from Emma. Go Raga, go Sydney. And I hope that I'm pronouncing that correctly. Lexi with another go Raga, you got it. Lots of shout outs for Raga. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. And it looks like I was wrong. She is not in lane 1. My heat sheet is incorrect. She is, looks like lane 7. Looks like we've got a bell coming up here. Lane 4. Narrow right though. Another one for Go Sydney. A lot of party emojis. And there we go, first one in, lane 4. He comes in with a 6:34.04. Emma's going with a generic go! So she can talk to anybody out there. Looks like we've got Borgmeyer in second place, 7:03.51. Third place with Lillian at 7:14.39. Neela in lane 3, fourth place, 7:19.28. Looks like Sydney Rakers is going to be coming in here in lane 2. Oh, wait. My bad. Looks like Raga is coming in here. Oh. Apparently I just can't count. Emma and Gem's Gaming. Amazing job, Sid, from Addie and Gem. And then Emma's saying, good job, Sydney. Yeah, so we got Raga in fifth place, 7:52.76. Sixth place is Sydney Rakers at 8:42 flat. And we've got I don't know if lane 7 did another lane or another lap, but looks like they had a time up there and she swam again. All right, folks, I'm going to be signing off here, and thank you for joining us throughout this whole weekend. It was a lot of fun bringing you guys the sights and sounds, and I hope you appreciate it. Glad that we can still have swim meets and share this with the whole family. So have a good rest of the weekend, and go ahead and watch some football tonight.
Okay, all swimmers who are going to be running times out.